In this video, I'll be showing you some of my favorite keyboard shortcuts for Google Drive. Now, you may be wondering, why would you ever need to use keyboard shortcuts in Google Drive? And I admit, some keyboard shortcuts for Google Drive are out there that I never ever get to or that I never use. But there are some keyboard shortcuts for Google Drive that I find very, very useful, and I'm going to share those with you. First things first, to access the list of all of the keyboard shortcuts for Google Drive, press the Shift key plus the question mark. And you'll notice that the keyboard shortcuts open up for Google Drive. You can even search the keyboard shortcuts for a particular shortcut that you're looking for. So, for example, if I want to look for the keyboard shortcut to create a folder, I can type in folder, and it will give me all of the Google Drive shortcuts for folders. You can also look at all of the shortcuts in the Help Center. Here's a hyperlink that will take you to the Help Center, and you can find keyboard shortcuts. So at this point, now that we're back in my Google Drive, let's start taking a look at some of my favorite keyboard shortcuts for Google Drive. Number 1, press the letter G and then press the letter D, and that pulls up the activity pane. So G plus D opens up the activity pane, and it will let you see the details of items in your Google Drive and the activities that go with it automatically. So you don't have to go to the folder and open up the activity pane separately. Sometimes when you're working in Google Drive, you may want to select all of the docs that are in a folder, or in this example, all of the folders that are within another folder. The keyboard shortcut Control plus A selects all, everything in a folder, so it can work for files and it works the same way for folders. I can now right click and begin to do things like share all of these folders, move the folders. I could add a star to all of these folders all at one time rather than having to click on each one and add a star individually. Control A. Pressing the backslash key from any point in your Google Drive opens up the Search Drive window and allows you to begin to search by text document, spreadsheet, presentation, video, and so on. To quickly create a folder, hit Shift and the letter F. And you can create a folder without having to go to the New button, create a new folder, and so on. If you're ever working in Google Drive and you need to quickly create a Google Doc, hit Shift T. And your Google Doc will open automatically without having to go to the New button and go and click Google Doc. Same thing for Google Presentations or Google Slides. The command is Shift P. While working in Google Drive, Shift O will bring up my personal favorite, automatically create a Google Doc without having to go through the New button. If we select some items in Google Drive, and I'll hold down Control to select a few items, and you hit the letter Z, the Move To command area opens up automatically, and I can move those items to a new folder either within this folder, or I can hit the back button and go back to my drive and move them to another folder. Control Z undoes the last thing that you did, so if I hit Control and Z, those screencasts are right back where I started. And then finally, I can select some items in Google Drive, and if you press the letter S, it stars those items automatically. So again, if you go to that keyboard shortcut list, you'll find that there are many things that you can do in Google Drive very quickly without having to right click or go through the New button.